don't think there is a, because I'm not very consistent with keeping up relationships, because I get lost in my work, and then after a long time I meet people, and but I always meet people as if I have never stopped meeting them. So with my kind of personality, I don't think I can be persistently with someone, at someone's parties, in someone's house. I think that's absolutely not me. But yes, I do have, I want to work with anybody and everybody possible who can give me work which enhances A, my career, and B, my artistic endeavors.
You are actually going very high in your career right now. Are you really happy with the way it is shaping out? Because as you said, you would want to meet everyone, who will be helping you to shape up your career, and you're proficient in your, in your acting skill. So, do you really think, are you happy the way it is going? Because I think it's going really high.
I think it's on the upswing, and I think I want this upswing to last as long as it can. And I had said that earlier, but there are 5 stages in every actor's life. One is, who's Randeep Hooda? Second is, get me Randeep Hooda. Third is, get me Randeep Hooda type when your price goes up. And then you say, get me a younger Randeep Hooda. And then the 5th stage inevitably is, who's Randeep Hooda?
Oh,
so I want to keep that get me Randeep Hooda for as long as possible, but it is inevitable to change. I can only delay it, I cannot deny it.
No, I think all the best wishes, because the way you are working and the hard work that you're doing, I'm sure it is going to be rising up and up.
I hope so.
We go on with more questions here. There we go.
You've been part of a variety of films, some blockbusters like Kick, for instance, some not as successful. So what is your take on this 100 crore plan?
See, if every movie was going to make 100 crores, then there'll be there'll be no juice in the game, you know what I mean? It's not possible for every movie to make 100 crores. And as far as the economies of movies go, it is not necessary for a movie to make 100 crores for it to be successful. A 5 crore movie can make 10 crores and still be super hit because it's made double the money back. And a 140 crore movie can make 100 crores and still be a flop. So it is also about the scale of economies on which the movies are made. For me, 100 crores or any of those stupendous numbers means that many people have turned up and seen me on the screen, and that is the deepest desire of any artist, is to reach out to as many people as possible. But it is not a criteria for me.
Any more questions? There we go.
Has it especially changed after Highway? Your professional life seems to be...
Yeah, I think Highway and Kick, both of them have had a great impact. Though I am the same actor who was before Highway and Kick. It is just that I was working with A-listers. I had that platform, and hence I got that recognition. A lot of times smaller films don't get their recognitions. Even the critics don't view them with that much concentration. So I was the same actor before these, and I am the same actor after these. It's just that I charge a bit more.
And is there any career decision that you've taken or which you've made that you regret now? Is there anything specific?
Well, there have been many career decisions which I have regretted. But if you look at no, I cannot be specific because it's none of your business. But if you look at the overall picture, the journey cannot be without crests and troughs. So you've got to have crests and you've got to have troughs. Otherwise, there is no journey. There is no journey like this for anybody. Not possible in life.
All right. There we have one more question coming next.
I just want to know that your movie Ramya is releasing.
Yes.
And it was delayed a bit.
Yes.
In terms of, we've been hearing that it's going to be released for quite some time. So could you tell us why it got delayed? And the question which I want to ask is, do you think actors lose interest if it's delayed or it's prolonged to an extent where you are no more physically or mentally attached to the project?
Okay, you got a 2-part question. I'll address the first part first. The film got delayed because it is a film very high on sensuality, so it had censorship issues. Secondly, the film is a controversial film. So both these factors put together, and it required a release in 3-4 languages. So all these factors put together, and the timing of when the film was made vis-a-vis today, where biopics and all these films are far more accessible, people are more willing to see them. So that is the reason it got delayed. And I somewhere feel that it was good for that movie that got delayed, because A, all these factors are no longer prevalent in a cinematic culture as of now. And secondly, I have got a bit more, my stakes have gone higher. People know a lot more about Randeep Hooda than they did when this movie was made. As far as an actor losing interest, I have never lost interest in this movie, but I have stopped watching these movies in festivals or whenever they're screening, because it pained me. It pained me to see all these people's works, not just mine, to not find its penultimate end, which is being viewed by a larger audience, not just by festival people or just by the people who are involved in it. So in that sense, it had started to pain me, and I think it's a big relief. As Ketan Mehta says, a film is like a pregnancy, and poor man has had a very long pregnancy. I've had other children.
All right. Actually, knowing about, I'm just going to take one more question.
Yes.
You just said about Kick, and of course we have Salman Khan, the Salman Khan. How was it working with him? Because I'm very curious to know that. How was it working with a guy who has so much of stardom around him, and then an actor coming right up in front of him? How was this whole confrontation happening?
I think Salman and me get along very well beyond the screen, and I think that's what showed in the movie. I think he's one of the smartest and the sweetest guys I've come across. And that's not saying because he's a superstar. Salman Khan, the man, is a bigger superstar than Salman Khan, the actor, in my opinion.
Wow. Well said. Actually well said. Do we have some more questions that we can come up here?
Yes.
I'm Arshin and I'm an aspiring actor, and we're all students of Stardust Academy.
Acha. Huh.
So I just wanted to know, how did you start your career, even though you had no...
Really scratch your soul somewhere, is to have that desire. It's only when you have that desire that universe conspires with you. I'm sure you've all read The Alchemist, and if you haven't, you must. I think that was a book presented to me by designer Suneet Verma a long time back, when I did not know how I was going to make it. And I read that book, and I realized that I've been having that desire for so long that it had to translate. If you give yourself 5 years, 2 years, 6 years, whatever time frame that you give yourself to be an actor, most likely you will fail. It is when you do not have any, you feel that you cannot do any other thing in your life, but act is the only time you will succeed. The way you look, the way you are, will not matter in the end. It is what you can, and it is important to go through and feel those struggles of not being able to do it. Please don't struggle in a Mercedes. It ain't gonna work out. It ain't gonna work out. You've gotta get to there. You've gotta go have that vada pav. You've gotta go have that aare ka doodh and all that. So what it does, it A, fuels your desire, and B, it gives you a life experience which is very utmost importance to be an actor. And then, as in everything in life, there is a very slight difference between luck and divine intervention. So whatever you might want to describe it, that will come. But that will come when you're prepared. That will come when you've been already working at it. You put enough blood and sweat into it. And then one day when the opportunity hits you in the face, and it will, you've got to be prepared. If you're not prepared, luck is, as a lot of people say, hard preparation meets opportunity. So you got to be prepared. And if you're struggling in a Mercedes, which I fear you are, I think you should get rid of it. By a train ka paas. When you get pushed around and groped and pinched, that's when you will become an actor.
Randeep, what do you think? Who is your best actor? Average actor or overrated actor?
Sorry?
Who is your best actor?
Repeat your
Overrated
question.
actor or average actor?
They're both pretty bad. Huh?
You understand what he said?
Yeah, I said who's a bad
Who's the
actor?
best actor? Is the average actor a good
Overrated or
actor?
actor who is average rated?
Or average
Sorry?
rated actor or overrated actor?
Actors are all different on different stages. It is the roles, when the role meets the actor is when the actor is a good actor.
But Randeep, star-driven movies have a larger impact on the audience comparative to the story-driven movies. Do you believe it?
Yes, if there are stars in story-driven movies, that will have a bigger impact, and that's what I'm trying to do.
actually, the